Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It is the weekend. Welcome to Saturday. This week we don't just have one teacher that guides us into our morning meditation. We have a whole host of awesome teachers. And this morning, the question that today's meditation asks is, are you stuck in the matrix or have you escaped? Are you stuck in the matrix or have you escaped? That's where we are going this morning. Pat, good morning. Happy Saturday. Somebody, good morning. Happy Saturday. And Anthony, good morning. Happy Saturday to you too. There's a Japanese proverb that says, be the master of mind rather than mastered by the mind. Be the master of your mind rather than being mastered by your mind. There's a Buddhist proverb that says, be the witness of your thoughts. You are what observes. You are not what you observe. And a thought from Mello says, wisdom tends to grow in proportion to one's awareness of one's ignorance. Wisdom tends to grow in proportion to one's awareness of one's ignorance. If I can look at myself and I can see clearly everything about myself, I understand how... I don't know what that was about. For a moment, a glitch. Let me just see if my connection is good. As good as it can be. Vivian, good morning. Shabs, good morning. Hello, awesome having you all here. Your thoughts are the source of the matrix that you live in. Old programming, old patterns produce the same old thinking on repeat every day. And the only way to escape the matrix is to step away from the thoughts and take a good look at them. But here's the trick to escaping the matrix. Do not judge any of the thinking. That is, I'm going to repeat that again. The trick to escaping the matrix is, can you watch your thinking? Can you see your thoughts and not judge any of the thinking? Honey, good morning. Happy Saturday to you. When you judge your thoughts, then you become triggered emotionally by them. And when your thoughts control your emotions, well, then you are still in the matrix. When your thoughts control your emotions, then you are still being controlled by your mind. Can you step away from your thoughts and just look at them? Can you watch the worry about the upcoming presentation arise without immediately feeling a pit in your stomach? Can you acknowledge a negative self-belief without sinking into despair? If you can, then you are free. While your thoughts control your actions on autopilot, you are caught in an old program that wasn't even created by you, but by your childhood environment that conditioned most of your subconscious reactions. If you want to be free from the matrix, you have to be able to watch your own thoughts as they come into being and choose. Will I react in the same old pattern as before, or will I choose to respond in a new way? This is true freedom of choice. Danae, good morning. Happy Saturday morning to you. Today's meditation is a very practical exercise in learning to take a step back and be the witness of what your body and your brain is doing. So if you're ready, let's go right there. Our meditation today is called Come to Your Senses. A very simple exercise, but it helps us become this witness without judgment. Jesse, a very good morning. Happy Saturday to you. It's awesome seeing you. Right, if you are ready, you can close your eyes. Let's float away together. Starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. As you exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Our journey today is a process of checking in with this body. And we'll start that right now, while you do your full body breathing. With your next exhale, bring your attention to the space between your eyes, to your forehead. Do you sometimes find yourself carrying a frown there? And in this moment, is the space between your eyes completely softened? With your next exhale, bring your attention to the space in and around your mouth. Do you sometimes find that your tongue is pressed hard against the roof of your mouth? Or that you are grinding your teeth? Or that your jaw muscles are clenched tightly? Do you then remind yourself to take a few big breaths and soften as you exhale? With your next exhale, bring your attention to the area of your neck and shoulders. Do you perhaps sometimes find that your shoulders are pulled up high, tight, almost level with your ears? And then do you remind yourself to take a few big breaths and soften with every exhale? With your next exhale, bring your attention to your stomach area. Right here is where tension hides the most effectively. Your abs, your abdominal muscles. Do you sometimes find that you're holding your ab muscles tightly? And do you then remind yourself to take a few big breaths and really soften there? With your next exhale, bring your attention to your butt cheeks. Are you busy clenching? Or is your whole body softening? Lastly, bring your attention to your legs and your arms, and very specifically to your hands. Another place that tension often hides. Do you perhaps sometimes find your hands held tightly into balled fists? Perhaps you even sometimes have an indentation of your fingernails in your palms. And right now, are your hands lying half open, relaxed in your lap? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, continuing to help our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. Roll out your neck muscles. Forward and to the left. Forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left and also lean your upper body over to the right. You are leaning into your back muscles, finding where the edges are, and then gently leaning into those edges. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we are able to do that, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is a really good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness enters and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling, feel your body slowly softening, and feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, our journey today is really checking in with and embracing this body that we have. So as you take your breath, as you dive deep in, perhaps even wrap your arms around your body and say, "Hello, body. I really love having you." Take your next big breath. Our journey of the senses starts at the top and works its way through our bodies. Our first stop is our eyes. For this exercise, we keep our eyes closed and we see with our mind. So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, the question is, if you were to open your eyes, what would be the most obvious thing that you would see in the room? Take a moment to find that with your mind. And as you take a deep breath, as you dive deep inside, study this obvious object. See it from all of its angles, see all of its color, and find all of its texture. And if your mind wanders away, which it's likely to do, then your job is simply to bring your mind back and focus on this obvious object. Take your next big breath. Then we change gears. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, what would be the least obvious object in the room if you were to open your eyes and look around? Find the least obvious object, and as you take a deep breath, as you dive deep inside, use your mind to study this less obvious object. See it from all of its angles, see all of its color, and find all of its texture. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you are able to be the observer, just watching. No judgment, no criticism, no wish for this to be different, just observing. We'll take a step down to our ears and what we can hear. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the most obvious sound that you can hear. Lean in. Listen to everything about this obvious sound and see if you can find the different layers, the different vibrations within this obvious sound. And if your mind wonders, which it is likely to do, then simply return your thoughts to listening to this obvious sound. Take your next big breath. we change gears. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the faintest sound that you can hear. Something barely a whisper. Listen deep into it and see how much of that faint sound you can find to listen to. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you are able to be the observer right now. What you see and what you hear is not controlling your emotions right now. And remember that anytime what you see and what you hear controls your emotional states, then you are captured. Then you are stuck in the matrix. We'll take another step down, and for these next 2 stops, change your breathing to whatever it needs to be to enable you to smell and to taste. So with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to what you can smell. Is there any obvious smell that you can find right now? And if your mind wanders, which it's likely to do, your job is simply to return your thoughts to what it is you can smell right now. Take your next big breath. Then we'll change gears, and as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see if you can find any other smell, anything besides the first obvious smell. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you are able to just be the observer right now. Nothing you're experiencing is currently hijacking your emotional state. We'll take another step down. With your next big breath, when you dive deep into you, bring your attention to what you can taste. Are you able to find any obvious taste right now? Take your next big breath. And then we'll change gears with your next big breath. As you dive deep into you, bring your attention to any other taste. Is there anything besides the first obvious taste that you can find? And yes, if your mind wanders, which it's likely to do, then just bring it back again to focusing on what you're tasting. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you're able to be just the observer in this moment. Not having any judgment, any criticism over the experience you're having right now. Our last stop is the surface of your skin. So with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, scan the surface of your skin and find where is the most obvious sensation. As you take your next big breath, dive deep inside, bring your attention to that area of obvious sensation. See if you can describe to yourself the mix of sensation and pressure that you feel right there. And if your mind wanders, which it's likely to do, your job is simply to catch the mind wandering and return your thoughts to this area of your skin that you're focusing on. Take your next big breath. One last stop. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, find an area on your skin with the slightest sensation. Perhaps you can just feel fabric gently resting against your skin. Or perhaps you can even feel the air touch your forehead or your cheek. Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read from this morning's teachers one more time. There's a Japanese proverb that says, "Be master of mind rather than being mastered by mind." There's a Buddhist proverb that says, "Be the witness of your thoughts. You are what observes. You are not what you observe." Your thoughts are the source of the matrix that you live in. Old programming, old patterns produce the same old thinking on repeat every day. And the only way to escape this matrix is to step away from the thoughts and take a good look at them. But here is the trick to escaping the matrix. Do not judge any of the thinking. When you judge your thoughts, you become triggered emotionally by them. And when your thoughts control your emotions, then you are still in the matrix. Can you take a step away from your thoughts and just look at them? Can you watch the worry about that upcoming presentation arise without immediately also feeling a pit in your stomach? Can you acknowledge a negative self-belief without sinking into despair? If you can watch your thinking without having an emotional reaction to any of the thinking, then you truly are free. Sometimes we nail it, other times not so much. But with slow, small baby steps, we are getting better at this. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this body and all of its sensory experience. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for my outer senses, which give me an experience of the world around me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for my inner senses, which gives me an experience of the world inside me. Take a deep breath breath in. Thank you for learning how to become an observer of my inner senses, becoming the witness to my thoughts, feelings, emotions, without judging any of these experiences. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on our journey today. Thank you for the steps you take to become a witness to all of your experience. I want to read just these two thoughts again. The Japanese proverb that says, "Be the master of mind rather than mastered by the mind." And be the witness to your thoughts. You are what observes, you are not what you observe. Have a beautiful Saturday. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.